So this is the price sheet. When a client is calling to ask for an estimate or you're double checking an order price, this is the document to use. It's called Formula Pricing 2016, and you need to ask yourself four things. What is the item name? What is the thickness of the metal or the gauge? 3, how many pieces? And 4, what is the color? This is assuming the metal, the alloy, is carbon steel. If the metal is different, like copper, zinc, gold, there's a custom price associated with that. So this first tab, fast pricing, is the meat and potatoes of our products. On that, which are named on the left, you have the outside corner, El Metal. The volume is up here. So if it's 20 pieces plus, it's this column. If it's 200 plus, it's this column, etc. The colors are written out here. These are the standard colors. If they're not those colors, then you add a 10% markup to the price. Shipping is $40. This is the contractor box, meaning they must tell you, their contractor, or ask them courteously. When they actually place the order, we need to have a resource permit, which will then show us they're a contractor. The 24 gauge looks at the total stretch, meaning if you add up all the dimensions, you'll get the total, and that would be used to find the pricing. If it's between 1 and 8 inches, you would times that dimension. Let's say it's 7.5, 7.5 times 1.9. The 1 to 9 pieces and 10 plus are the volume columns. So if it's 3 pieces, it would be the 1.9 price. All these other ones are just simple prices. So if a piece of coping is 16 inches long, it's going to be 28.74. So it's as simple as that. This is the same thing, but for 28 and 26 gauge total stretch. This is like 26 gauge coping. We're looking at custom pieces that do not fit in here. Below is the supplier and the direct price sheet, which differs slightly from this contractor pricing. Unless you want to ask them, hey, are you a contractor? If not, here's your prices. Or, hey, are you a lumberyard? Moving on, the next tab is the pricing formulas, which if you want to price out copper, steel, whatnot, 3D objects, meaning the specialty department, you use this because you can now input material price. These are the most common, but let's say copper is $300. You can put that in there. The total stretch here is bends, the number of bends, and how many lineal feet. Each of our sticks is 10 lineal feet, so if there's 10 sticks, that's 100 lineal feet. Then you have the discounts and the markups. And this tells you how to, and at what percent to input those discounts and markups. This means that if a product, it has a total stretch of over 16 inches, then you add a 20% markup. This is the price per stick, per lineal foot, and this is the total. Here's where you want to go to this tab to study, because here you see how a outside corner looks like and how many bends it has, what's the total stretch, what's the common thickness, the gauge. So let's say someone says copper outside corner. Well, this doesn't fit in, but you know how many bends it has and what its total stretch is, and you can fill that in here. Or you want to find out what is a vertical H flashing. Well, this is how it looks like right here, H mold. Yes, we design other H's, but they're custom and they also have bends. So this is all our siding product list visually. This is our specialty department product list, which are some of the most common ones. We have a base rate that you can tell the client, but mention that the base rate is just that. They would need to send the dimensions to give a more appropriate rate or price. And this specialty department formula I wouldn't touch, because the labor inputs would need to be explained by the specialty department.